Welcome everyone to the 96 Celebrity Synastry chart reading, where I will be looking into Camila Morrone and Leonardo DiCaprio. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Adeline and it is so nice to meet you. On this channel, I look at the dynamic between two celebrities using astrology. For those new and returning, I take notes on a Synastry chart reading looking at the personal planet signs aspects and if birth time available house overlays. I share these notes and add my extra insights and interpretations along the way. Feel free to leave your own in the comments below. So if that sounds good to you, subscribe and click the bell to join us weekly, and let's get right into this. Starting off with the sun, we have Camila's sun in Gemini and Leonardo's sun in Scorpio. They want different things in life. Already a great start considering the age gaps as well and where they are in their careers. Attracted to their differences, and Camila is not attached like Leonardo. Leonardo thinks Camila is superficial and Camila thinks Leonardo is demanding and insatiable. Okay. Camila's sun overlaid in Leonardo's 9th house. They teach the other and it's a great and enduring friendship. It's a relationship of mental stimulation and they both share similar views. Potentially they do, just not in, what they want out of life or their life perspectives and goals. They both influence the other to be more culturally aware. I mean, besides the obvious, age gap, would you consider that cultural awareness? I guess you could, the different generations. But besides that, I mean, they're both American as far as I know. Camila's sun, Trine Leonardo's Mercury. There's a great friendship and good communication. Interesting how we're seeing friendship again. Camila accepts Leonardo and they both just get each other. They do business together well, and Camila supports Leonardo's beliefs, which would be, helpful because they shared those similar views. Camila gets what makes Leonardo tick and they can talk through issues together. Camila admires Leonardo's intelligence and they understand each other on a basic level. They speak to each other with understanding. Camila allows Leonardo to express himself and Camila feels she can think better around Leonardo, which potentially you could see this as maybe why Leonardo sees Camila as being a bit more superficial. Maybe, she or he brings out that side of her that, is a bit more intellectual, intelligent. Camila's sun, Trine Leonardo's Uranus. They start as friends, not surprisingly so, considering we see a very strong friendship element so far. Camila inspires Leonardo and frequent changes occur. They get each other's humor. They seem to really be quite in sync with each other so far, really get each other, which is interesting. I wouldn't have really expected it. It's a relationship of experimentation and encourage each other to be themselves, seems particularly on Camila's end for Leonardo. There's a strong attraction and Camila thinks of Leonardo as inspiring and exciting. Leonardo tries to keep the relationship interesting and Camila may feel threatened by Leonardo's need for freedom. Okay, I want to see a bit more because we did see in the beginning that, Camila is not attached like Leonardo is. So I wonder if we'll see a bit more. Maybe we can get sort of balance where, which one's the heavier side. They both need to encourage the other's independence. Leonardo's sun, Trine Camila's Venus. There's mutual attraction and they both value each other. It's a harmonious relationship and they're financially lucky people. They both share common interests. So they do seem to have, things, shared values and similar, views on things. It seems like what their actual life goals are though seem to contrast, which isn't shocking. They accept and tolerate each other and Camila is willing to do anything to please Leonardo. Okay, yikes. Camila finds Leonardo charming and intriguing. Leonardo feels more loving and beautiful around Camila. Leonardo's sun square Camila's Jupiter. They have different values and they may overindulge each other. Excess is from good intention and Camila has the ability to cheer up Leonardo. She seems to be putting a bit more effort into the relationship. Not that Leonardo hasn't been present here, but it seems like Camila is putting a lot more effort into this relationship. There's a strong desire to make each other happy and both may expect too much from the relationship. I wonder in what way, because so far we're seeing a mix of both, particularly with Leonardo's attachment or both of their attachment or detachment to this. So I wonder if we'll see a bit more. We haven't really seen a whole lot. They both encourage the other to self-indulge and be impractical. Now for the intermission. This video is brought to you by me, my Etsy store, Adeline the Astrologer. If you ever watch this and think, hey, I would like her to read my Synastry chart, well, I will. I do personalized synastry readings on my Etsy store, both basic and detailed. The basic one is very simple to understand. It's not overwhelming at all. It's pretty good for those that are beginners to astrology, just getting the head around astrology, or just as a fun gift idea. The detailed one is just like what I do on my channel, just a lot of insight and interpretation on your chart. So if you are interested in that and everything else astrology and tarot related, readings and gifts, then definitely check out my Etsy store. Links are below. I'm always releasing new things, so definitely check it out if you're interested. You can even just favorite the store just to show your support for free. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the reading. So now it's time for moon. We have Camilla's moon in Scorpio and Leonardo's moon in Libra. Camilla may be subtly dominating. I mean, she definitely is on this relationship. Camilla likely provokes trouble. I wonder, because we did see that Camilla is willing to do anything to please Leonardo. And we did see that they both encourage the other to, self-indulge, being practical. I wonder if she is maybe provoking trouble to, I don't know, like keep Leonardo interested or whatever, like, willing to do anything to please him. Leonardo's superficiality doesn't impress Camilla, so they both see each other as superficial. That's interesting. Leonardo doesn't understand Camilla's dark needs, okay. Camilla's moon overlaid in Leonardo's second house. Camilla values Leonardo as a source of emotional satisfaction. I mean, the thing is, we're not seeing a whole lot of what Leonardo does for Camilla. It seems to be the other way around though. Leonardo may feel unsure about Camilla, okay. Because this, I mean, is a bit of an answer, because we did see like, one note each of like, Leonardo's attached, but also Leonardo seems to be more detached. He's confused. Great. Good answer. Leonardo may become possessive of Camilla, and they both see each other as valuable. It's a practical relationship. Camilla's moon conjunct Leonardo's Mercury. They enjoy long conversations and enjoy being each other's therapists. I mean, that's a good thing, I guess. Sometimes Leonardo is too logical for Camilla, and Leonardo is a practical help to Camilla. I mean, these two notes just very much indicate the age gap, doesn't it? Sharing ideas is a big part of their relationship. I wonder, we haven't seen anything that their differences attract them to the other, but I wonder, because they do, like, sharing ideas and values does seem to be a big part of the relationship. I wonder if maybe like they stay together despite there may be different life goals and everything, because they are attracted to those differences. Camilla can get easily attached to Leonardo, okay. So I guess there is an element of like Camilla not liking, Leonardo's freedom feels threatened by it. There seems to be something to it. Camilla's moon in conjunct Leonardo's Mars. They both feel more creative together, and it's an emotional relationship, which I feel like, we did see the whole therapist thing. Over time, Camilla finds Leonardo insensitive. I mean, considering there seems to be a lot more, like Camilla seems to be a bit more present in this relationship and doing a bit more for Leonardo. Leonardo doesn't have a great presence here. So I wouldn't, this doesn't surprise me. If over time this is how their relationship is, I would expect Camilla to be like, he seems to be a bit more insensitive, feeling I guess her realizing it, you could say. They're involved in each other's lives, and sometimes Camilla wishes Leonardo was more committed. Okay, so there is definitely attachment on Camilla's end. Probably one of those where, the more effort, Leonardo can make Camilla feel insecure, and Camilla's desire for closeness makes Leonardo feel limited. Okay, so he definitely seems to need his freedom. Camilla's moon trine Leonardo's Jupiter. There is good fortune and possibility of being too excessive, which we did see. They're happy in each other's presence, and honest communication is easy. Adventure is important in this relationship, and Leonardo helps Camilla with her emotions. Maybe that's why she gets like attached, because if there's an element of like there being each other's therapist, obviously that being a mutual thing, Leonardo would do that for her. Maybe that, maybe through that Camilla is quite attached to Leonardo. Camilla's moon conjunct Leonardo's Uranus. There is instant attraction, and unpredictability makes long-term difficult. I mean, unpredictability on Leonardo's presence, I feel like would definitely make long-term difficult, especially for Camilla. Leonardo is dominant. I mean, through like age and status, 100%. There's an exciting meeting, and friends play a part in the meeting. we were seeing right in the beginning that their, friendship is very strong and everything, so this doesn't surprise me. I just wonder what friends though. Like, I want to know the sort of like mutual friends overlap in this. They share an unusual lifestyle, and Camila creates an accepting atmosphere for Leonardo. Leonardo brings excitement to Camila, and Camila sees Leonardo as unreliable, definitely in terms of like his presence in the relationship. Leonardo's moon are trine Camila's Mercury. They're comfortable talking to each other about everything, so communication wise they seem to be pretty decent. It's a harmonious relationship, and Camila enjoys being emotionally nourished by Leonardo. As I said, Camila seems to be attached to Leonardo through this emotional sort of like contact she gets from him in therapy, and Camila provides a foundation for Leonardo's feelings, which we have been seeing. She seems to really create a foundation just for, feelings, being himself and all of that. Leonardo is comfortable expressing his feelings with Camila. Leonardo's moon square Camila's Venus. Previous relationships negatively impact this relationship. I mean, Leonardo has a whole list of, women under 25 that could be a part of this negative impact. Camila, I'm not too sure, like, obviously, I mean, she was young when they broke up, but I don't know how old they were when they got together. So on Camila, I mean, very well could have had a, relationship before Leonardo. There's a strong connection, and Camila may struggle with her self-worth. This may be a reach, and I hope I'm wrong. Just considering the age gap, considering that Camila is quite attached to Leonardo and he is helping her with emotions, I wonder if this on Camila's end is some kind of like parent issues coming through, and that is why she formed this attachment to Leonardo. Like, and considering she's struggling with self-worth and like the age gap, like, definitely, Leonardo could definitely be her father at that age. So I wonder if maybe that is why she's quite attached to Leonardo, struggling with her self-worth, because it is some kind of like parent issues. Maybe that is the previous relationship that negatively impacts this relationship on Camila's end. Leonardo may not be able to provide Camila with the emotional nourishment she wants. I hate this because she seems to desire it and she seems to get a little bit. It seems like I feel like maybe her issues just run that deep. Maybe that is why we saw Leonardo doesn't understand Camila's dark needs. Maybe he views her maybe deeper emotions as a bit dark and doesn't want to step into that. Maybe that is where the misunderstanding is there. She just has very deep emotions. He seems to be able to, I guess you could say relieve some of that for her, give some of that emotional nourishment, but I feel like to the whole impact, I don't feel like he's able to do that. Both need to resolve their internal issues for this to work, and they both tend to take each other for granted. I feel like on Leonardo's end, Camila seems to be doing a lot for Leonardo. Their values are in conflict. It seems like there's sort of life values, life goals seem to be in conflict. I mean, definitely in other ways they could be, but generally there seems to be like harmoniousness when it comes to their values and views. Living beyond means will create strains, and they both will need to learn to compromise. They both like each other but not their habits. I see that. Like, it's mostly on the Camila's end we're seeing she doesn't seem to like his sort of lack of presence. And when it comes to, I mean, it's a mutual thing, the superficiality thing. They both may feel misunderstood, and Leonardo sees Camila as narcissistic, so the whole superficiality thing is there. They both will learn how to cooperate, and Camila sees Leonardo as needy. Camila doesn't always understand Leonardo's emotions. Leonardo's moon at trine Camila's Jupiter, so this is a repeated aspect, just inverted, so everything from before is further emphasized. But also Camila helps Leonardo with his emotions. So it seems like on both ends, they seem to want emotional nourishment, but neither can seem to fulfill it. Leonardo's moon are opposite Camila's Saturn, attracted to the other because of their different views. I said this right in the beginning, we haven't seen any differences, and now we're seeing it. Not that shocking considering they are together. This is just interesting to me considering it seems like the only way they really differentiate is out of what they want in life. So it is just an interesting thing to be attracted to. Considering their ages, I guess you could say, Leonardo, I mean, who knows if he wants to like settle down eventually or anything like that. But Camila, you could say she kind of is at that age where she would be considering, her sort of like where she goes in life. Obviously, still quite young, but that's sort of like late 20s, early 30s age is where you are kind of thinking. Normally, as a woman in society, like, if you are going to live a more settled down life or career, there is that sort of influence there. They both have something the other needs, and Camila tries to influence Leonardo. There's a difficult emotional connection. I feel like they are able to do it to a certain extent. I just feel like for both of them, they can only do so much, which it's not their fault. That's just the capacity they have to help others emotionally. But yeah, for that, I'm not surprised it's difficult emotionally. Camila sees Leonardo as needy and immature. We're seeing again the needy with Leonardo. Leonardo needs to be more independent from Camila. Okay, interesting. So now it's time for Mercury. We have Camila's Mercury in Gemini and Leonardo's Mercury in Libra. These are both air signs. They have abstract conversations and they both tend to be argumentative. It's intellectually stimulating and they share detached and objective values. So yeah, it seems like overall, like values-wise, they seem to be pretty in sync. Camila's Mercury overlaid in Leonardo's 9th house. Travel, culture, and philosophy are common topics of conversation. So going back to how we did just see those abstract conversations, Leonardo is impressed of Camila's knowledge and Camila gives Leonardo a greater perspective on life. So I so agree with that comment. We saw that, Camila is subtly dominating because she really is, isn't she? Leonardo's Mercury square Camila's Neptune. They think creatively around each other and Leonardo misunderstands Camila. I mean, definitely emotionally, that wouldn't shock me. They both need to be clearer with communication and Leonardo sees Camila as abstract. So we did see like already a couple times on Leonardo's end seeing Camila as a bit more superficial. So he doesn't, I guess, seem to see a lot of depth when it comes to Camila. He doesn't see her as someone with a whole lot of, depth and, I guess intellectualness, you could say, if he sees her as more abstract and superficial, which might be why he's so impressed of her knowledge, because like, wow, you know something. Camila sees Leonardo as practical and logical, and Leonardo's trust for Camila fades. Okay. Camila feels limited by Leonardo, and Camila feels misunderstood by Leonardo. Yeah, this, I kind of feel bad for her, like, because this seems like she's in this relationship for more psychological reasons, I guess you could say, for more internal issues, potentially because of a relationship with her parent. I don't want to do any specifics because I don't know her. But I do feel bad if she is in this relationship, whether it's subconsciously or consciously, for those reasons. I do feel very bad for her, and I hope that she finds, because they're not together anymore, I hope she has moved past and able to find her, grounding and sort out her issues so she doesn't have to go through this kind of relationship again. Not that it is horrible, but she doesn't need a man to fix her problems. She needs actual help. So now it's time for Venus. We have Camila's Venus in Cancer and Leonardo's Venus in Scorpio. They are drawn to each other and they feel at home together. They are committed to each other and there is a magnetic attraction. Camila's warm nature regenerates Leonardo, and Leonardo may unintentionally hurt Camila. I see this unintentional hurt. It just seems like he does not have the emotional capacity to help Camila. And also with the Camila's warm nature regenerates Leonardo. This is totally where she sees him as needy. She seems to be doing a lot for him. It seems like her emotional capacity or her capacity to take care of Leonardo, to, be there for him, is a lot higher than Leonardo for Camila, if that makes sense. Camila's Venus overlaid in Leonardo's 10th house. Work is their focus and they work well together. I have no idea if they met together on a project. They're both actors as far as I know, so totally could happen. They both want to be the boss. I see that. It seems like, Camila as, subtly dominating. I feel like it's a great way to put it, but then again, you have Leonardo who is genuinely more dominating in a more sort of practical sense, I guess you could say, with like age, status, money, like he's got it. Camila sees Leonardo as someone that can help her improve her status. Wow, what a shock. That sounded a bit mean. Like, at least she gets something out of this relationship, because emotionally she doesn't seem to be getting a whole lot. But it's not really surprising, is it? Like, if you're dating Leonardo DiCaprio, like, of course that's going to improve your status in one way or another. Leonardo sees Camila as having talent in areas he lacks, and the areas of expertise complement each other. They respect each other's strengths and skills, and it's a productive and profitable relationship. Their Venus signs are trine each other, so they enjoy each other's company and they share a mutual community. This is kind of funny that this keeps coming up, that they have this mutual community. I just wonder in what way. Appreciate how the other dresses, handles money, and socializes, and they both have a desire to make each other happy, which this we have been seeing sprinkled in. It just seems like Camila is the one practically executing this. Camila's Venus trine Leonardo's Mars. Leonardo enjoys spending time with Camila, and Camila makes Leonardo feel confident and desirable, which I believe we did see right in the beginning. There's strong romantic feelings, and it's a fulfilling relationship. In what way? I mean, I guess we did see, like, if Camila improves her status from this, like, that's one way fulfilling. The feeling of love never fades away. Camila's Venus conjunct Leonardo's Saturn. Leonardo stabilizes Camila's emotions, and Leonardo feels responsible for Camila. Yeah, I don't like... It's just sad, I guess. Like, there's nothing else I could really add to this. Camila may feel restricted by Leonardo, and they always come back together. Did they have an on and off dynamic? Like, from what I know, like, they were together for a long time, and then suddenly she turned 25 and things ended. Surprisingly so. Crazy that, would happen in a relationship for Leonardo DiCaprio. But maybe before that final, before she turned 25, maybe they did have the on-off dynamic. It's a painful but strong bond. Yeah, it is, isn't it? They may demand too much from each other too soon. Leonardo's Venus square Camila's Jupiter. Leonardo feels more confident and attractive around Camila. We're seeing again. Camila may feel irritated with Leonardo's possessiveness. I don't know if we've specifically seen possessive from Leonardo. We did just see that he feels responsible for her. They can find a happy way to share their life, and it's a promising relationship. I mean, it is just they have those different, things they want out of life, but they seem to be attracted to that. So I guess you could say that, but things ended, so you can say they couldn't. So now it's time for Mars. We have Camila's Mars in Virgo and Leonardo's Mars in Scorpio. Leonardo is possessive of Camila, and it's an experimental relationship. Camila tends to be critical of Leonardo, and Leonardo intimidates Camila. I mean, not surprisingly so. I would be intimidated. Camila's Mars overlaid in Leonardo's 12th house. Leonardo feels uncomfortable around Camila, and Camila brings out a hidden side in Leonardo. Okay. Relationship formed from having to protect one another, and Camila feels drained by Leonardo. Leonardo wants to protect Camila. This is an odd thing that's come up towards the end, hasn't it? Like Leonardo being very protective and possessive of Camila. Leonardo sees the more fragile part of Camila. I mean, not surprisingly so. Leonardo's Mars square Camila's Uranus. It's exciting but unstable, and it's not long term. I'm not sure how long they were together. I don't feel like we have seen a whole lot when it comes to their longevity here. Leonardo gets easily irritated with Camila, and they may encourage the other to be reckless. Camila sees Leonardo as a threat to her independence. I wonder in what way, because it doesn't seem like she really desires a lot of independence. Like, we didn't see a whole lot, like, while they're, focusing on their career. We did see a little bit of that, but we did see more of, like, Camila, wanting Leonardo's presence. So I'm not sure in what way. Camila distances herself from Leonardo, and Camila triggers Leonardo's temper. That's not great. So that was the final aspect, bringing us to the end of the reading. If you are still watching, please share your thoughts below. I would be very curious to see how you guys interpreted this one. I mean, this relationship, I guess, kind of, I don't want to say confirming what everyone thinks, but generally when you do see these like major age gaps, particularly with the, the younger person being a woman, immediate thought is like, oh, she has daddy issues, and it kind of seems to be the case. Some kind of like parent issues, maybe some internal issues seem to be the driving factor for Camila here. So interesting how it came out stereotypical like that. And if you have made it this far, please consider subscribing for more. I post these readings weekly. Besides that, give this video a like and I will see you guys next time. Bye.